And welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. I am Short John Red, and we're just about to go back to the estate. You return to the dirt road, beginning the trek back up to towards the estate. It's interesting having actual agency in the first episode. But at the same time, I also wonder how the big choice of this episode is going to play out. As the sun sinks deeper into the horizon, the sky is flooded with orange and pink hues. The shadows around you darkening and stretching out over the path. The mountains seem to make night come quickly, you hear. The rounded hills blotting out the dying sun prematurely, casting the valley of Scarlet Hollow in an eerie autumn twilight. You had a long day between traveling and meeting all these strangers. The dusty bed that awaits for you back at the estate is starting to sound very appealing. There's a sound on the path behind you. You turn back to the road but find nothing. You still seem to be alone. Find a big stick just in case. Your eyes scan the side of the mountain road, settling on a large stick. This will definitely protect you. Then you hear another sound, a shuffle of leaves. What the hell is that? What? Oh, it might be some kind of animal. I can see its lumps. Oh no, the ditchlings got to you. You love to see a creature in the middle of the road, paused mid-step, one paw still held in mid-air. It's staring at you with a wild and unkept look in its eyes. It's a mountain lion, and there's something horribly wrong with it. Just so you know, Stella has this weird say where she doesn't think there are any mountain lions in Scarlet Hollow, even though she's the same person who believes in Bigfoot. There aren't supposed to be any mountain lions in the that. They went extinct a long time ago. Mountain lions here are just an urban legend. Though this urban legend is now taking yet another step towards you, drool leaking from its slack mouth. I wonder what he has to say if we have talked to animals, but urban legend or not, a mountain lion can run up to 43 miles per hour, nearly twice as fast as the fastest known human athlete. Ready your weapon. There must be an easier prey than me. I could kill you in the state you're in. It dashes forward with a surprising speed, ears back and claws glinting. You swing your stick at the creature as it barrels towards you, your blow connecting with a heavy and satisfying crack. It's stunned for the briefest of moments. Then it lunges again, pawing at your ankles, its momentum dragging you towards the tree line, and from there sliding downhill. It's disorienting, but you manage to move the creature's body under you just before a heavy impact. You find yourself stunned but relatively uninjured. But the mountain lion isn't finished, its body oozing from the fall. It pushes back onto its feet, killing intense shining clear in its wide-eyed eyes, and then the evening air is pierced with the sound of a gunshot. The mountain lion is gone in a flash, leaving a thin trail of blood behind as it disappears into the dark woods beyond the path. As you gain your bearings, you realize that your ice cream is gone. You must have lost it in your fall. Oh, there's Duke! Damn, nearly had the thing. And I nearly had you too. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing out here? Willing to get shot? Thanks, man. That was a close call. Don't mention it. Just a shame I only grazed it. Wait a tick. There's something awfully familiar about you. He looks up and down at you with his good eye. You're that Scarlet kid everyone's been he wasn't gonna show. Well, I apologize for my backwardness. I'm sorry for you and Miss Tabitha's loss. You can call me Duke. Duke seems to think for a moment, glancing up at the darkening sky. You better not keep me walking around on your own out there. Not with that thing on the prowl. I hate to think anything might happen to you without me around to save your skin. Tell you what, tag along with me while I finish what we started, and I'll be sure to get you home safely. I wager Miss Tabitha would appreciate somebody looking out for you. There's something wrong with that mountain lion. It probably got cancer, had all them lumps. Do animals get cancer? I mean, I think they do. Doesn't mean it's any less dangerous. If I had to guess, I'd say it's more deadly than ever now that it's these death coming for it. And as you well know, when's the last time you heard of a mountain lion attacking anybody, especially on this side of the continent? You're one of the lucky few, so don't ruin it by going off and dying alone in the woods after God did you a favor. I appreciate you looking out for me. Me too. Thanks. Didn't you already thank me? You ain't one of them folks who won't shove about seeing someone who helped someone, are you? It doesn't matter. Stay with me and we'll make sure it doesn't get the chance to take a chunk out of anything. I don't like the thought of a man-eater like that hanging around my town. You and Duke make your way into the dark woods, following the trail of blood the mountain lion left behind. Long before the sun is completely set and the two of you find yourselves in near total darkness, though Duke has a flashlight, using it sparingly, letting you both adjust to the starlight instead. Sorry, I thought I heard someone coming towards my door. Every sound feels deafening as the two of you pick your way through the underbrush. Every snapping twig could be the deadly paws of the thing that hunted you. Every rustling leaf that the herald of a vicious attack, though you know deep down it's probably nothing but squirrels and shoes. Until you hear the unmistakable sound of something large shifting around the fallen leaves. Gotcha! I'm guessing that's Stella. The old man quietly steps forward, the gun held at ready. Yep, that's Stella. What the hell? Duke, you scared me. What are you doing out so late? Stella, I'd ask you the same thing, but I'm sure I know what has you slinking around after dark. Do you know how close I just came to putting a hole in you? But you didn't. No harm, no foul. Hey, Odie. Weird seeing you out here so late. Does Tabitha know you're here with Duke? I'm sorry I'm not providing a lot of commentary. It's so weird. Like, normally I come here with Stella, but this time I came here with Duke. I'm guessing they're trying to make a certain decision you make later have more weight to it, I guess. Gretchen's little nose seems to pick up something she doesn't like. She thrashes in Stella's arms, whining threateningly. Whoa, calm down, girl. You know Odie. I swear it gets so hard to hold on to her when she gets like this. Sometimes it feels like she's only gerantic when she wants. So many words I don't know what to say. It's alright, little lady. You're safe so long as you got your mama looking after you. Unlike you, Stella, if you decide to keep doing whatever it is you're doing out here, I think you'll find these woods aren't agreeable tonight. Odie here had a run-in with and you wouldn't believe. Like, I have the context, but but my character doesn't, so what do you mean she wouldn't believe it? So just go home and save all this for some other night. Wait, a run-in? What kind of run-in? Was it supernatural? Like I said, you won't believe it. Now put that dang camera away. Yeah, I'm just gonna be completely ignorant. I was attacked by a mountain lion. A mountain lion? Are you sure? Oh, for the love of... Don't you get started, Stella. We were both there. We saw the damn thing. It was a mountain lion, plain and simple. No ifs and or buts about it. It's just that I did the whole video on them and found absolutely no evidence that they exist out here. Eastern mountain lions are extinct. There hasn't been a sighting in decades. There hasn't been a sighting in decades until now. Your friend here damn near got eaten by one. So if you don't want your last video to be found 20 years from now next to a pile of your bones in the dens of some long dead creature, you best get out of these woods. That would be so cool. No, it wouldn't. Your mom and daddy are spinning their graves here and talk like that. If they aren't around to stop you, then I'll take on that responsibility. Go on, get. The old man shoos her away. Fine, I'll go. Bye, Stella. See you later. Totally, let me know if you guys see anything cool. See ya. She's totally lying. And with that, she starts back down the path, leaving you and Duke alone in the dark woods. Stella ain't usually one to go back to town so easily. See, I have a sneaking suspicion that she has no intention of going home just yet. Dan, we've been stopped too long. Now the old hip is starting to voice its complaints. There's an overlook just this way. Let's sit a spell. Well, I bought a few videos along if you're peckish. Normally you're here with Stella, but like I saw the artwork of like the new artwork if you're with Stella, which I would have liked to see in game, but maybe some other time. You find your way along the narrow path and emerge on a rocky outcropping overlooking the dark forest. The sky above is smeared with stars, more than you've ever seen before. That's probably because you're in a city with a lot of light pollution, where we're out here in the wilderness where there isn't much. Duke interrupts the serenity of the scene with his old man grunts, following his creaky joints as he settles in on a nearby log. He starts wrestling, though, a small pack you haven't noticed he was carrying, playing out some beef jerky and a couple of beers. At least it's a nice night, even if the circumstance leaves something to be desired. Help yourself to some jerky. As for the beer, I was planning on having both cans myself, but I suppose I can be convinced to spare one. Let's try. You take one of Duke's old cold ones. It's more like a somewhat cool one after so many hours outside, but you crack it open nonetheless, offer him a gesture of cheers and take a sip. It's cheap beer, but it's refreshing. It's watery, earthy taste, maligning well with the crisp mountain air, putting you somewhat more at ease. Duke seems slightly more at ease now too, seemingly happy to not be drinking alone. So you're a Duke man. I met some pretty passionate sports fans, but I never met someone named after a team. Well, I was born into the name. Why, you a fan? Hell yeah, I am. Go Devils. Let me guess. Damn straight. Damn straight. He said that before in some of my previous like some of the previous times I played. Some of my previous runs. I guess if you want to put it that way. I'm drinking water, by the way. I'll drink to that. A crisp breeze passes over you. I can't blame Still's disbelief. Mountain lions were supposed to be extinct in this area. That's what they all tell me, but you saw it, and I saw it. And soon enough, it will be shot and everyone else will see it too. Then they'll stop saying how I'm telling stories or don't know what a damn mountain lion looks like. I am neither of these things. I'll have some of that jerky. Damn straight you will. You take a ludicrous bite of jerky, straining your jaw as it fights back. But you manage to tear off a leathery piece. It's not especially flavorful, but it's very satisfying, like how you imagine old-timey war rations might taste. Whoa, what is going on here? Seems like you and Stella go way back. What do you think of her? What do I think? I think she's a nice young lady, and she's been through a lot in her short time on this earth. He lets a conspicuous, I don't know, silence fall between the two of you. The thing about our parents rolling their graves, are they both dead? Yes, they are. God rest their souls. Car accident a while back. Poor thing was there through it all. All three of them left the town together. She was the only one who came back. She takes it well, all things considered, besides a few quirks she picked up. I heard she needs convincing when you need to get her in a car. Can't be pleasant for her to live like that. But teach their own. I mean, there's obviously a lot of trauma involved in that situation. You know, let's not... I was wondering, how did you find me? I've been on that thing's tail all day. I got myself a personal vendetta. It's been after my chickens. I've been seeing around my property a few times now, and the next day I always have a bird or two missing. Those birds is like family to me. I raised them from eggs. They know me by sight, like I'm their daddy. So it means something to me when some creature sets their sights on my hens. That thing shoots to the top of my list of enemies. And I suppose he's some commonalities between you and my chickens. I don't expect to find a near stranger out there on the wrong end of that thing. But I'm glad I did it, for your sake. About what you said earlier. Why did everyone think I wasn't gonna come for the funeral? That'd be Miss Pearland's doing. She's never been very kind with talking about your side of the family. Bless her heart and God rest her soul, of course. But she told everyone your side's family sworn off Scarlet and everyone who lived here. Nobody around these parts thought we'd be seeing much of you. You're from here. What do you think of Scarlet Hollow? What do I think? You might as well be asking me what I think of the air I breathe or the dirt I'm standing on. How am I supposed to know? I'm in it. I should be the one asking you. What do you think of our town? I get the impression that it's barely hanging on. Now you watch yourself. Only locals get the privilege of smack talking the town. Mainstream might not be doing as well as it used to, but that don't mean folks aren't still living there. It'll come back. Scarlet Hollow always comes back. No matter how many times it seems to be falling apart. What do you think of Tabitha? You can be honest. You say that as if I would have a bad word to say about her. I think she knows the value of hard work, and I think she and your whole family have been the lifeblood of this town for longer than I've been alive. And they're the whole reason any new jobs come out this way that ain't just some tourist bullcrap. We have the scholars to think that this place ain't just a glorified theme park like some other towns I could name. I don't want to be a local flavor character selling my produce at some cutesy farm stand to folks from the city who think they want not homegrown goods but get nervous if they see a brown spot. That's actually very interesting. Like, I mean, outside of Stella and Janie, maybe Dr. Kelly, there aren't really too many people in town that really respect Tabitha. And granted, you can't really blame them, but at the same time, none of them really know the real her. So, I find Duke's perspective here interesting. I mean, whether I agree with her or not is a completely different matter, but it's kind of nice that not everyone in town hates Tabitha's guts. So I'm grateful to Miss Tabitha, and will hear no slander to her good name. Like, oh, you open your mouth to speak before you get words, your phone buzzes in your phone. You're getting a phone call. It's your cousin. Odie, where'd you go? Are you dead? Yes, no, I'm just in the woods hanging. It's really cool. What should I say? How much time has passed? Should I really say... Can you come get me? I'm in the woods. The woods? No wonder you sound like you're calling me from the inside of a blender. Your reception must be terrible. Who's that? Is it Miss Tabitha? Look, it sounds like you already figured out the woods are no place you want to get lost in, especially at night. Try to get back to town and I'll pick you up, okay? You should tell her you're with old Duke, then she'll know you're in good hands. Oh, and make sure to mention how I saved your life. There's a sound nearby, a shuffling, and then... Oh, I remember that sound. What in the... Can I... I'll see you in town. At Tonwell. You hang up the phone, interrupting Tabitha as her voice cracked some commands through the bad reception. The rustling goes loud. That must be my birdie. She's still alive. The old man takes a step towards the tree line. Get your thieving little hands off her. Duke charges forward, flashlight in hand, crashing through the brush. Damn, that thing is fast. Which way did it go? There's an odd sound nearby, though it isn't the sound of whether the two of you are Duke stops mid-stride to listen. He stops listening as well. It's a human voice. Damn it, I know that voice. There appears some kind of growth. I never seen anything like it. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some serious content warnings for this video. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? The two of you emerge in the clearing, revealing what Stella had been filming so intently. It's Birdie. Her little chicken body panting desperate breaths as she lies in a crumbled heap at Stella's feet. Birdie, oh no, what happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, I just felt like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Okay, some of these are... Stella, I don't think you should put this online. Odie is right. Nobody has to see her like this. Sorry, Duke, it's just, my job. It's cruel what it is. Birdie doesn't deserve to be made into some online sideshow. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen. No goddamn shit, it's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Did you see the thing that got a hold of her? I sure did. I got on camera too. I don't know what it is. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. Have you seen anything weird here tonight, Stella? I sure did. There was this deer that looked an awful lot like Purdy does now, with a big lump. I thought it was cancer, but now I'm not so sure. I got some great footage. You'll see it once I have the chance to edit the video. I didn't get a good look, but there was something off about the mountain lion earlier too. You swoop down to look at the chicken. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you. Glazed over but still rolling around their sockets with unfortunate life. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Whatever got hold of her blasted wing too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. I know it was you that did this. Not intentionally. I know you didn't mean to step on her wing, but you did. What the? Street smart. Where's the... Don't I have a... I do not have the street smart trait. There was a hesitance in Stella's voice. She doesn't seem the type to initially hurt animals, but it's dark out here. Maybe she stepped on it without noticing it was there. I swear to God, I did not... Oh, that's right, I don't have... Good God, at first he thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. Skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsating beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs the thing to pop and she'll be right as rain a couple days. Happened to me once, and there was not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. Kinda looks like there's something in there. If you didn't know better, you'd say there's some sort of parasitic growth, like a wasp laying eggs inside of a caterpillar. Having investigated to your heart's content, step back and give the bird some space. Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things that's going to pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She needs that thing drained and maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chickens. Yeah, no shit. In all my years, I've never seen anything like this. Whatever got at Birdie seems like the same thing that gotten at that mountain lion. As you, Duke, can still take shock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you, gently at first, barely a whisper, but then a guttural moan, then another and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. I think we should get out of here. Agreed, we had enough of excitement. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? She starts filming again. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the sounds surrounding you intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? Don't you step another foot closer, or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. Duke, wait. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another one of the creatures slithering out from the bush, but Gretchen whines and barks, reaching a fevered pitch as another creature malformed hands grasp at her. Oh my god! What's going on over there? Duke glances back. Everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke growls with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird! You were born for this moment. Okay, this is a little different. Normally she just runs away. Anyways, let's take care of business. You rush to Duke's side. You steadily hand your steady hand reaching for the barrel of the shotgun. You grab it, pointing it safe at the sky as you aim swift, your brutal kick at the creature. Its flesh is doughy and structureless, like a loosely packaged sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint in its chest, and it stumbles back, clutching at the old wound. Duke regains control of the shotgun, and you turn your attention back to Gretchen. You pick up a large rock and hurl it at the thing just as it's in the midst of dragging Gretchen away. Your aim is flawless, and it strikes the creature square in its wretched face, lodging itself in its flesh. Don't I sound badass right now? It scrambles back, its movements uncoordinated and its blindness leaving Gretchen unharmed. Then a gunshot, the scattering of footprints, and finally, silence. You turn just in time to see the creature you kicked off of Duke disappear, bleeding into the tree line. Holy shit, Gretchen, I almost lost you. Thank you, Odie. And Birdie's safe on the ground till we get our bearings. You know, let's be a little prideful. Holy shit, did you guys see that pitch? Goddamn thing got away, though. We have to go after it, right? I don't think we have much footage, and nobody's gonna believe us Nobody's gonna believe us, period, Stella Richmond. Even if we drag the mangled corpse of one of them creatures straight out of these goddamn woods. I got my bird, and we still got our lives. I'm calling it here. We're leaving. But this is our chance to learn more about these things. What if it's going back to its nest? Exactly what I'm saying. Let's go. Stella doesn't wait for you or Duke to respond. She holds Gretchen and starts running. I'll be damned if I let you two chase after that thing on your own. You join Duke and Stella, chasing after the wounded creature into the darkness. Good God, there's tons of the damn things. There are more of them. A lot more of them. They leer at you from the trees, no longer hiding as they bellow their strange calls out into the night. What in the hell are they? Where are they coming from? His question is seemingly answered when you burst through the trees into a clearing. Stella, too, is stopped by the sight and smell of what has been arranged here. She stands with you at its edge, overlooking the bizarre pattern of animal corpses, their rot flavoring the air. Huh. They weren't always organized like this. Before, they were, like, organized in, like, a... I don't know, just sort of a... But here, they're, like, in a circle. I love how they're, like, kind of arranged from smallest to biggest. Gretchen seems upset, shaking in Stella's arms and whimpering quietly. At the sound of the dogs yet the creatures flow out of the woods and surround the clearing. Dead eyes peer out from the pale, doughy faces, watching the two of you and the small, terrified dog. Get all the footage you need, Stella. If these things jump, I'm pretty sure I can take them. Are you out of your mind? There's gotta be dozens of them up in the trees. They're circling us to protect their brood, or whatever it is they've been implanting in these animals. We gotta get out of here while we still can. Duke's right. I think I have enough footage. The three of you take a few steps back from the clearing, then turn and start running together back through the woods, driven by a deep animal instinct to get away from whatever these things are. They're everywhere. God, how many of these things are there? They reach out to you from between bushes and tree branches, grasping for anything they can get a hold of their howls filling the night. Quick, my truck's down this way. You made it to the road, but three of the creatures stand between you and Duke's truck. Okay, here we got one of these duo choices. You pull out your chest and make yourself big, staring down the things in front of you as if they were any other animal you might encounter in the woods. It works against bears, after all, and bears are much larger than the creatures in front of you. They momentarily hold their ground. It isn't long before they start to pull back. You take a step forward to match their movement and assert your strength. They scatter back in the woods. You are still the dominant species here, at least for now. Now, Stella, I know you got trouble with vehicles, but I won't hear any nonsense about you walking back to town, you hear? Get in the truck. You sense the slight bit of hesitation as Stella pauses in the path next to you. Okay. Squeezing the Duke's tiny tooth to your truck, tucking your legs on either side of the gear shift. Stella stares ahead in silence. She clutches Gretchen protectively, staring straight ahead, expression blank as the truck quickly starts to rumble its way down the dirt road. That was terrifying. How are we supposed to get on with our lives knowing that something like that is out there, lurking? Damn straight it was terrifying. Scariest thing I've ever seen. And I can't say I'll be looking forward to going back in the woods anytime. Life will find another way to go on, though. I still got livestock to protect and a state fair waiting for me and my boy. It doesn't matter what kind of careers out there. There's still things that have to get done. Hey Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Of course she's not. She's clearly having an episode. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but remains focused on the wilderness rolling past the window, still tense and uneasy. Duke, I don't think Stella's doing okay. Best not to bother her just now. Let's get out of these woods just before something else tries to come after us. Glances over Stella, his hard face softening slightly. It'll be just a few more minutes. You'll be alright. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the truck comes to stop in front of a small cottage. What? I'm just gonna ignore this. Here we are still, safe and sound. I think I'm gonna finish it in this episode. Okay, I know it's late, but I'm wound up. I know how I, for one, need answers. It's a long shot. My friend's mom is a weird hippie lady. She knows all the local wildlife and local myths and legends. Maybe she would have some idea what those things were. I say we should go over and show her what we have, and... Are you guys with me? Hell no, I'm a God-fearing man. I don't go with that witch woman for nothing. Besides, my bed is crying out to me. I need sleep before I can give anything that happened tonight another thought. The only reason I'm still here is to deliver Odie to Miss Tabitha, as requested. She said she'd be around here somewhere. Where have you been? Hey, Tabby, hey. Stella, I'm trying to talk to my cousin. I called you over an hour ago. How'd you manage to get that lost? I'm afraid it's my fault, man. The woods were not as safe as they usually are, and we got ourselves a little turned around out there. But there's no need to fear. I made sure your cousin was in one piece every step of the way, despite the best efforts of the local wildlife. Odie, has this man been harassing you? No way. This dude saved my life. Stella, is that true? I wasn't there for that part, but I believe it. Duke is that kind of guy. Okay, but don't think surviving whatever happened there means you can make this a nightly event. Your cousin sighs heavily. I thought I could leave you alone for 2 seconds since you're supposedly an adult, but clearly need more supervision than that. You know, Tabby, I was suggesting we head over to Kanika's mom and ask her what she thinks what we saw in the woods tonight. You should come to... You know she's not going to entertain that thought. Sybil, absolutely not. It's late. I'm taking Odie home. Good night, Stella. And Farmer. The name's Duke, ma'am. Okay, fine. Tab said we really need to tell you about what happened tonight. You wouldn't believe what we saw, but the woods were full of these weird lumpy things. They were kind of like gnomes, but... Gnomes? You're right, I wouldn't believe it. So, let's go ahead and skip the part at the end where I say it was probably nothing and you're all overreacting. If you pardon my correction, ma'am, these kinds of things are... These kids are telling the honest truth. There are some strange things out there. I ain't never seen their like before. Okay, if these gnome things you're all so freaked out, don't go in the woods. Very easy. You know what? No, let's be a bit assertive. Tabitha, you need to take this seriously. There's something weird in those woods. Yeah, it's called wildlife. Those things were not normal wildlife. Trust me. She's serious this time, man. I seen them too. Even if there are things out there, it doesn't sound like it's my problem. It's not your problem either, Odie. Now come on, I'm tired, and so are you. Bedtime. Wait, before you go, here's my number. Let me know when you get back so I know you're safe. Oh, fantastic. Now you're friends. We're leaving, Odie. Pleasure to see you as always, Miss Tabitha, and sorry for your loss. Tabitha doesn't respond as she escorts you to her old BMW. Stella and Duke's voices fade away as you walk down the dark street with your cousin. Thankfully, there's no odd owl-like sounds echoing out the woods either. The night fills with comforting songs of crickets. Whoa, this is a different perspective. And I'm pretty sure that's Wayne right there. You and Tal step into the car. It feels like a lifetime since you've been in this seat, but the truth is it's been fewer than 12 hours. The smell inside is oddly comforting, like there's some bone-deep recognition that smells like family. Your cousin reaches for the headlights. Odie. Why does it already say Wayne? We shouldn't know who he is. Welcome home. The figure steps out of the light, disappearing back into the darkness of the woods. Tabitha, do you see this? Oh, she definitely saw that. Who was that? Why'd he know my name? Just one of the miners being dramatic. Everyone knows your name. I'm sure you noticed that. It's not a big deal. He was covered in blood. You don't know it was blood. You saw him for 2 seconds. It could have been engine grease or some other dark fluid. Blood's the least likely thing for it to be. Don't freak yourself out over nothing. You both ride in silence back up to the estate. Huh! I never actually seen, like, the porch light on. The stars vaguely illuminate its hulking shape, perched on the cliffside. Despite the warm porch light, it feels even more abandoned than it did during the day. Its windows dark and lifeless. Well, see you in the morning. Tabitha, why don't you believe me when I said that something weird is going on around here? I just don't think you need to be worried about that kind of thing. Especially if you stick with me. We can use the buddy system, and the estate can be your buddy. That solves the problem. Duke didn't want to talk to that Sybil lady either. Is there something weird about her? She's a hippie, that's all. He's being sensitive. You never know what's gonna come out of her mouth. I'm sure she was gonna take you all dead seriously, and say she knew exactly what you saw there and that some mythical creature that's just like Stella Hope, and give you tea about it. Waste of time. Love you. You know what? Let's just be a bit. If you really want to keep an eye on me, maybe I can go to work with you tomorrow. Were you trying to angle your way into the family business? The answer is no. I'm drawing a line, and you better not cross it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed. You wordlessly start up the stairs toward your bedroom. Tabs follows suit, and you both go your separate ways for the night. As you start to drift off, you remember that Stella asked you to let her know when you got home safe. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? Sounds a bit different. Oh, we're a warble in her throat. Did you make it back alright? Tabs and I saw someone weird on the way back. A miner, I guess. He knew my name. Said some really creepy stuff. That's scary, man. I think I got some interesting leads, too. We can compare notes tomorrow. Until then, get some rest, alright? I'm glad you're safe. In the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those minds for now. You're safe, and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow. If you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't but worry that things will only get worse. And here it is. You know what? I'm just gonna talk over this. Wait, were those eyes always there? So, yeah. Those were some of the new additions. Granted, in hindsight, I kind of wish I didn't tell Tabitha. It would have been interesting to see what Kanika said when you actually already met her, but maybe another playthrough. And of course, since this is an alpha build, there were some glaring issues, but overall, there were some very interesting new additions. Like, it was kind of cool to actually meet Kanika and Oscar earlier. And the thing with the, I kind of, you see, when Duke, so every episode has, a major decision that will change the course of people's lives unless you have specific traits. And since I had the powerful build trait, I was able to save both Duke and Gretchen. Normally, you can only save one or the other. And the thing is, while Gretchen's death does have a huge effect on the game, Duke's, on the other hand, doesn't. So I can understand why they included some of these things. You know, I think they want to give his death just a little more weight. You know, actually bond with him. And I actually think it's kind of cool if he's, one of the few people in town that actually respects Tabitha and what she's done for the town rather than just focusing on all the bad. shows that not everyone feels the same way. Right, not to say that people who dislike Tabitha are wrong, but like I said, there's more to her than just, the bad stuff. Like, this game is really good at, like, morally gray situations. And that's one of the reasons I love about it. Anyways, I hear that episode 2 also has some changes, though I don't know how much I'm gonna commit to those. Anyways, like, I'm only... Okay, how much time is there? Like, I'm only doing, like, the first episode like, once the actual update, like, officially comes out, then I'll play the rest of the episodes and see the changes. Like, in episode 4, there's gonna be, like, a new... Like, I think there's gonna be, like, a new route where Kanika will come with you to the clinic, but that we're getting ahead of ourselves. So yeah, this was like my playthrough of episode 1 of Scarlet Hollow with the new additions. And a lot of those bugs I pointed out, I'm sure like many of them will be ironed out in the, once the full update actually comes out. Anyways, well, I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully by then I'll finally shake this stupid cough. And until then, stay safe everyone, and have a good day.